There's a lot of information that they're not telling, and it means that they don't need additional help from the public.
It's now been 18 days since 46-year-old Dr. Teresa Sievers, who operated the Restorative Health and Healing Center in Estero, was found murdered inside her Bonita Springs home. Since then, the Lee County Sheriff's Office has been working around the clock to solve this case. We reached out to Crime Stoppers today, and detectives say tips have stalled. So what does that mean for the case? For In Your Corner's Carl Fortier taken that question to a legal expert not associated with this case to find out. Carl?
Well, the Lee County Sheriff's Office has remained tight-lipped about the investigation into the murder of Dr. Teresa Sievers, a case that has everyone wanting to know what happened. But I talked to a couple of criminal justice professors who say there are probably good reasons we don't know much yet. The news that 46-year-old Dr. Teresa Sievers was found dead in her Bonita Springs home on June 29th shocked friends and family and all of Southwest Florida. It seems no one could understand what could lead someone to kill the beloved wife and mother who ran the Restorative Health and Healing Center in Estero.
But they have to understand that we're doing everything we possibly can to catch the killer or killers.
While tips concerning the case have slowed down, Beth Bailey, chair of the Criminal Justice Program at Hodges University, says that doesn't necessarily mean that detectives don't have much to work with.
They may simply be working with what they have at the moment, not feeling that it's necessary to get those outside tips and outside help at this point.
Crime technicians and deputies were at the murder scene for days. Sheriff Scott said detectives collected evidence including phones and computers that were driven to labs on the East Coast.
It takes some time for that evidence to be sent off, analyzed, validated, and returned. We're working it tirelessly. It's a very, very serious case.
Bailey says despite the lack of details released to the public in the high-profile case, it's all part of normal investigative procedure.
Traditionally, the police will keep back a certain amount of information so that should they eventually arrest someone, if that person has knowledge of things they've kept back, they know that they are connected to the case.
If there's no instant leads, they start asking. They go to Crime Stoppers and they ask for help. They ask for the public's input. It's very telling at this point that they have done none of that.
And Sheriff Scott has said that he does not believe Dr. Sievers' murder was a random crime. Carl Fortier, Fox 4, in your corner.